You have been warned. The following podcast is not real. It is not the hard-hitting audio documentary about the existence of other worlds so many of you believe it to be. Go about your daily business. And now, enjoy the show.
Just go ahead and start. He's not here. Just do it.
I just don't like doing the show and not...
Well, he's not here, so we just have to do it.
All right. Hello from the Magic Tavern, a weekly podcast from the magical land of Foon. I'm your host, Arnie Niekamp. If you've never listened to the podcast before, this is what's going on. About 2 years and 4 or 5 months ago, I fell through a dimensional portal behind a Burger King in Chicago into the magical, fantastical land of Foon. Unfortunately, it's being taken over by the Dark Lord, who has imprisoned me and my co-hosts, are forcing us to continue to do this podcast, which we record every week here in the tavern, the Vermilion Minotaur, in the prison town of Hogsface, in the land of Foon. And I'm joined, as always, by my co-hosts, Usidore.
I am Usidore, wizard of the 12th realm of Ephesius, master of light and shadow, manipulator of magical delights, devourer of the chaos, champion of the great halls of Trachea. The elves know me as Fiang Yalak, the dwarves know me as Sonin and Hookstanges, and I am known in the northeast as Gaswinius Maester. And there may be other secret names you do not know yet.
So, I don't know. How you doing, Usidore?
I'm very well. How are you, Arnold?
I mean, I'm doing relatively good. I'm still reeling.
I'm mad at you about something, and but I'm also kind of attracted to you.
What?
Is that healthy?
I get it. I know that's more. It's just weird that Chunt's not here. He's usually here to do the podcast with us, and he knows we do it at this time every week. I don't know why he's not here.
I don't know either. This flamingo's here.
Yeah, this weird, dumb-looking flamingo sitting in his chair.
Hey, come on.
Whoa!
Chunt?
Yeah, it's me.
Chunt, you're a flamingo.
I'm a flamingo.
You're a dumb-looking flamingo.
Come on.
You've been sitting here for like 3 hours. Why didn't you say anything before?
Because I'm embarrassed, because, obviously some magic was used on me because there was some sort of dry spell on me. But I finally had sex, and I changed, and I didn't want it to become a big thing. So I thought to just listen.
This is our fault. I didn't look at your hat before.
Yeah,
You are wearing the same hats.
And look, let me put up my legs. There's my tattoos right there.
Oh, yeah.
Laban hate. Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, my apologies. I thought you weren't here.
No, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. But yes, I did meet someone who happens to be a flamingo. Yeah, her name is Florence. And as a guard, again, I get invited to a lot of things around town. I was invited to a soiree. Mm-hmm. And at the soiree, they were playing croquet with using flamingos as mallets. And I said, hey, put her down, knock it off. And she was very impressed. And we went from there.
Wow.
Yeah. What a heroic act.
Yeah. But she was a little weird. To impress her further, she wanted me to eat dog poop. This pink flamingo was like, eat some dog shit. And I was like, what? And she goes, eat it and say it's divine. And I was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, but did you?
I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about shit stuff.
That's a yes.
How are you guys doing? Oh, sorry, my wings knocked over a glass. How are you guys doing?
Probably at the time you were at your party, they put me back in my drawer, where I laid in my drawer.
I'm sorry, I feel so bad. I wish I could have gotten some guest passes for the soiree. It was incredible. There was flamingo head croquet. There was...
Which you're against.
Which I'm absolutely against, yes. There was all kinds of hors d'oeuvres. There was rocking horse people eating marshmallow pies.
Wow.
And of course, Henry the Horse danced the waltz.
Henry the Horse danced the waltz?
It was incredible. It was like a circus. It was amazing.
I just laid in my drawer and pictured myself in a boat on a river.
Wow.
That's so sad.
Why not just picture yourself in the sky? That would be more fanciful.
Maybe tonight.
Here, I snuck you guys some marshmallow pies. Let me just get inside my beak here.
Oh,
there you go.
Those have just been in your beak all this time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to pass.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is it because I ate dog shit?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
100%.
I guess beggars can be choosers.
Yeah.
Hello, Rise.
No, the bear.
I'm just a weak old man who used to be a wizard.
Yes, I don't try to cheer me up. Well, I will sit at your table. I'll sit at your table.
You look fucking terrible. You
I know,
was
yeah.
there branches in your hair?
Yes, there are branches in my hair. There's dirt under my bum. There are roots in my ears. It's been a terrible week.
There's dirt under your bum?
So you're sitting on dirt?
Yeah, well, I'm sitting in dirt and on dirt. It's been dirty.
But is it under your cheeks? Is it like wedged up in there?
Yes.
You
Yes,
should wear
Usidore.
pants when you sit on the dirt.
It got inside the pants, and then every moment the pants were on made it worse.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what, Baron? I know you're clearly evil, and you work for the Dark Lord, and you're kind of running the prison town of Hogsface and keeping us here and forcing us to keep doing the podcast. But
if you're going to go over all that, could you do my full title?
Baron Shanglebirth Ragoon? The Baron of Shrike?
Very good.
33rd something?
Steward of Shrike Valley.
Oh. Well, I know you're all those things, which I am against, but you seem like you're going through a hard time. Are you doing okay?
Oh, it's been a crazy week. You'll recall I was here last week, and I was here with my lady love.
Your new girlfriend.
Yeah, lady parts. And just when we were about to consummate things with the lady parts in my reach, she vanished.
Yeah.
She said she was going to the woods. You were all here for that.
Oh, yes.
You're
Yeah.
the ones who told me she was going.
Is that the story? Yes.
Very, very much in love with you. Very excited to be with you in a sexual manner, but simply had a reason to be upset and fled into the woods.
At this point, I followed her into the woods.
Into the woods?
Into the woods.
Into the woods.
And, well, as you know, the woods have not quite reconciled themselves with the Dark Lord's control just
No,
yet.
for the woods are the very source of nature and the power, and they do know that all that the Dark Lord stands for is unnatural.
And, well, it put up a bit of a fight. I went high and low. There were trees that would throw apples at me. I thought I found this shed, and I thought I heard lady parts inside from the echo. But I went inside, and immediately the whole shed was shaking. It turns out the whole house is on duck legs. Ran through the woods and jumped in a lake.
Wow. You had a rough week.
I mean, luckily I met a series of bats that kept me company and warm around the fire. But for the most part, it was not the week I was looking for.
Wow.
I'll say not. I mean, a shack on duck legs, Baba Yaga.
Exactly.
Well, I know you were off looking for your girlfriend, but I should have mentioned this before. When she ran out of here, she left the shoe.
What?
Yeah. I don't know if this is going to help you in any
Yeah,
way.
we didn't notice it at first. It's just a slipper made of glass.
Yeah.
Man.
Might fit some foot. Also, that series of bats, bats use echolocation, which is perfect when trying to find a vagina.
That is true, yes.
Although it's hard to ask your new girlfriend to help you find your old girlfriend.
Well, even worse, it's tough to ask your new girlfriend to help you find your old girlfriend's vagina.
Very true. Very true.
Awkward conversation.
It is
To be sure,
strange.
to be sure.
Yeah.
Series of bats, please help me find this vagina.
I mean, I wouldn't call a series of bats my girlfriend. We're not really
Oh, I see.
okay.
putting any series of labels on this.
Sure. Gotcha. Sure. You're just like a series of casual acquaintances.
You
know.
get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Man, this shoe, I could wear this.
It's a big shoe.
Is that size 13?
You know what they say, the size of a woman's shoe is the size of her blast.
At times she seems...
shoe! Out on the
Hey,
lawn!
hey,
Out on the lawn!
hey,
Get on the lawn!
Hey,
Chunt.
hey, this is me.
That's Chunt.
What?
He's one of the guards.
I'm a flamingo now.
Blemish does not like birds.
Oh, yeah?
I love birds.
Another reason why Blemish does not like Zonin and Hoogstanges either.
How don't you like me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's Blemish's deal?
What's
I'm also curious as to what Blemish's deal is.
Like Blemish, I know you're evil and you work for the Dark Lord, but you also just seem really high-strung just from the very beginning.
I'm not high strung! And anyone who says that I'm high strung is a liar and a fool.
Blemish. Listen. Okay, let me take my beak here, and I'm gonna spill some ink on these papers here, and I'm gonna hold up these blobs of ink on the paper, and I want you to tell me what you see. Mm-hmm. What do you see?
A butthole.
All right, this one here.
My father's butthole.
Your father should get that checked out.
This one here.
My father's dead butthole.
All right. I think we know what Blemish's deal is.
I do have a follow-up question. Was your father dead, or was his butthole dead?
Good question.
My father's butthole died 1 year before my father.
Did you have a funeral for it?
He grieved the loss of his butthole at some length. It drove him even further away, but he was not long for this world.
I assume his butthole dying is what killed him.
You would be wrong.
I would be.
Yes.
I assumed it was toxic shock as soon as that butthole was dead.
Not at all. He struggled through life, without a butthole for 1 year, nobly.
Oh, man.
What
That's
was-
my worst nightmare.
What was it that finally took his life?
He choked on a spiced potato. Oh. The very spice of which he had developed with my grandfather.
Oh, my
That's right.
favorites. Can we get some spiced potatoes?
Are you kidding me?
I love them.
Yeah,
so
let's...
much.
come on, just a few.
Baron, can you make Blemish give us some spiced potatoes? I'm just a weak old man who used to be a wizard.
And I'm just a flamingo on one leg. Look, I'm drinking. Slurp, slurp, gulpy, gulp.
And I'm just a human from another world who fell through a dimensional portal behind a Burger King into the magical, fantastical land of food.
That's not helping.
Blemish, can we get some spiced potatoes for the table?
My lord, why, for real?
For real, Blemish.
I shall return.
You know, if the Dark Lord, I don't want to say this because I'm sure it's a painful memory losing one's father, but if the Dark Lord had been reigning when Blemish's father's butthole died, it could have been reanimated. It could have been a dark brown eye from which the Dark Lord held court between Blemish's father's buttocks.
I know the Dark Lord probably wants to see all, but does the Dark Lord really want to see all?
The Dark Lord does not have your queasiness. Corruption and filth are as pure to him as daylight and birdsong.
Oh, speaking of, I forgot to tell you guys, I was in the lake trying to get some algae, singing a little song, and I found this. It's a chocolate starfish.
Oh, a chocolate starfish? Mm-hmm. Ugh.
Oh, may I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, he's going to town on that chocolate starfish.
Chunt, I have to ask, did you meet with Florence?
Yeah, Florence the Flamingo.
Yeah, yes.
At the soiree. It was lovely seeing you there, by the way.
Yes, I fell through the garden, actually. I was sort of disappointed. I thought I was hundreds of miles from Hog's Face at the time. I'd gotten all turned around. That's why I didn't stay long. I had to go back
Took off
out
at a
into the
sprint.
woods.
Yeah, absolutely.
A plate of spiced potatoes for you, my lord. And what you do with them is your own business.
I'm going to share them with the prisoners.
I wish you wouldn't.
Raw potato covered in spices.
Ugh.
That is so good. It's been a long time.
Arnie, I feel like Usidore's eating a lot. He had a marshmallow pie.
Yeah.
He had your marshmallow pie.
Yeah. He had whatever shit was on that marshmallow pie because you ate that
He
dog
had a
shit.
chocolate starfish. Now he's eating a spiced potato.
Yeah. Usidore, you doing okay?
I must admit, I am somewhat sad. Melancholy from mine time spent laying down in a drawer that is now mine prison. For a short time I was in a cell where I could cook a little bit, and now I'm in a drawer. I would like to stand up again.
Well, you know, Usidore, we can move you to a larger cell.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
All I need to hear from you is a pledge of fealty to our Dark Lord.
I'd rather not do that.
All right, well, the
Usidore, just do
offer's
it. Come
out
on.
there.
I'm not going to do that.
Here's my question, Baron. Is it all right if he lies about swearing fealty? Could he just, say he's doing it and then not?
Could he swear mealty?
Once you have sworn fealty, you are forever in his service.
Yeah, this guy gets it.
Honestly, what's your fucking deal?
It is so glorious to be in his service. And especially glorious to see those who have fought against him brought low. It is the greatest time.
I feel like you're pretty unhappy. And if you want to unswear fealty, I'm willing to listen.
I would no sooner unswear fealty to he who has paid some attention to me than I would swear fealty to you, Zoninen.
You just want attention?
What?
You said he paid attention to you. You just want attention.
That was one of a number of other important things.
Everyone, let's pay attention to Blemish.
I mean, the guy has cats coming out of his mouth every 5 minutes. Of course he wants attention. Look, there's one coming out right now. Oh, it's saying something.
I hate Mondays.
Oh, that was adorable.
I like that cat.
You're hard to ignore. But the type of attention you garner is not good attention.
And if you had given me any type of attention any time before now, I would have been at your knee, happy and playing. in your moment of weakness is not the time to come to turn around to Blemish and offer him attention. You had a lot of time to offer Blemish good attention, and what attention did you give me?
It's not about the attention you receive, it is about how you live your life. And if you wanted to be a good person, all you needed to do was puke out cats for the side of righteousness.
Yeah, also, there's other things you can call yourself besides Blemish. Like, that's kind of a terrible name. Like, call yourself Mish, or like The Mish, or like Paul.
I wish someone would give me a nickname. You can't give yourself a nickname, can you? You can't give yourself a nickname.
Let's just call you Mish.
Mish.
Mish, Mishmash.
Mish.
Missionary.
Or would you prefer an evil nickname?
Stick with Mish, Blemish. Mish, Mishy, Mishmash.
Mish.
When you mish upon a star, stick with Mish.
Well, let's hear the Baron.
Mish is here.
What's your evil nickname?
Yeah, what would the evil nicknames be?
Well, let's see. Spiderface.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Spiderface.
I don't want you to commit to continuing to be evil, but Spiderface is a pretty good nickname.
The Sting.
The Sting.
Crazy Jared.
Yes. Yes. From now on, call me Crazy Jared.
Crazy?
Yes. Crazy Jared runs the Vermilion Minotaur now. Serve! Serve, Daphne! Crazy Jared commands it!
This is sort of embarrassing. I actually already know a Crazy Jared.
Oh, no.
Also,
You gotta call one of them
wasn't
CJ.
Wasn't the best name on that list.
Oh, that's
by a long
Yeah,
shot.
I thought the Sting was great.
Spiderface. Crazy Jared.
Yes, Crazy Jared is returning.
Can you bring us some rooster's feet? We're so hungry.
What's Crazy Jared like?
Crazy Jared's my favorite new best friend.
Yes. How crazy's Crazy Jared?
Oh, he's kooky, cuckoo nuts.
Does it get any crazier than Crazy Jared?
No one's crazier than Crazy Jared. He's off his rocker.
Who picks Jared first?
Who picks Jared first?
Yeah, for anything.
Oh, for like a team? Oh,
Sure.
yeah. Oh, I would. If I was making a ball kicking team, I would pick thee first.
Let me see if I can find some rooster's feet.
Thank you. I'm not going to swear fealty to the Dark Lord because now Blemish is bringing me things.
Now, actually, I'm surprised that you gave that speech about how attention isn't important. You of all people should know the magical weight of attention.
Yes, of course, names and the way that one does study a certain phrase. Thine power of thy mind, focused on a thing, I can have a great power over it, but he just is needy. That's something totally different.
Well, we've got word that's come down. The Dark Lord and his magicians and necromancers and sorcerers and various magic doers wish for there to be more attention on this podcast.
More attention on the podcast? I mean, I put so much of my attention into the podcast.
Not your attention. We need more attention from the other side of the portal, from your realm, Earth.
More Earth attention on the podcast?
Yeah.
So you're talking about Hank?
Hank?
You want Hank to do something?
We need more individuals than just Hank to be paying attention to the podcast.
Hold
I don't
on.
know. Did you hear us talk about eating a chocolate starfish and all that? Eating dog shit? I mean,
We give him
Yeah.
more reasons to tune out than tune in.
Yeah.
Well, that has to end. We need to increase the amount of tension on the other side. Because that's the only way the Dark Lord will be able to form a link.
Well, as much as it pains me to admit it, this is Arnold's area of expertise.
That's
What do
Arnie.
you think we should do?
Well, I don't want to help the Dark Lord, but, I have to confess, we probably aren't as proactive as we could be about trying to grow our listenership. And, hey, maybe the Dark Lord thinks that if more people on Earth are listening to the podcast, that helps him. But, guys, I think if more people on Earth are listening to the podcast, that's going to help us defeat the Dark Lord. I just don't know exactly how.
Wonderful.
That's great.
Yes,
Yeah, he
that's
talked about-
great. Just justify helping us however you need to.
he talked about forming a link. I think the three of us can, build some sort of tri-force.
Oh, I do have an idea.
Yeah.
What if people screamed about it? What if
Yeah.
they were walking down the street and they just screamed about the podcast?
Okay, sure.
I mean, honestly, that's how I found out about the Dark Lord when I was a younger man. There was a woman, filthy, caked in her own filth, that lived in the village outside of Ragoon Castle.
So I feel like you're describing I think you're
listenership.
describing our listeners
And
to a
she
T.
would scream about the Dark Lord this, Dark Lord that, and, my caretakers would shutter the windows and say, "Oh, little Lord, don't dwell on stuff like that." But I'm like, "Oh, she sounds like she knows something." And that woman's name was Crazy Jared.
That's the other Crazy Jared you know.
What an amazing coincidence.
Boosters
do
feet
that.
from Crazy Jared.
Let's have some
For
sort
the
of
table.
live screaming, like people in real life scream.
Yeah. Look, if you're listening to the podcast right now, no matter where you are, whether you're in your car or you're at work or you're just walking down the street or doing some chores, just scream out right now, I am listening to Hello from the Magic Tavern, and wherever you get your podcast, you should go and listen to it as well.
Maybe there's also another idea.
Yes, let's brainstorm.
I mean, this is a great idea.
No, there's no bad ideas.
We just took the first idea. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, no, I mean, I like that one, but apologies if one of the listeners already did that and then we decide that's not the idea we're going
Yeah,
with.
now I feel terrible.
I
like
said
we
to do it
really-
right then.
Really
very
hung them out
true.
to dry. They're really above an oven wherever they are publicly right now.
People could write the name of the podcast onto a cat and then raise the cat up a pole and let it fly in the wind like a flag.
Yeah, let's do that one. All right, if you're listening right now, grab the first cat you see, write the name of the podcast.
That's what Crazy Jared would do.
It's true. That is what Crazy Jared
But
would
Baron,
do.
is that what Crazy Jared would do?
1 out of 2 Crazy Jareds agree.
What else should we do to make people listen to the podcast? What makes podcasts more popular?
Ads. Really long ads.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, we could do those. In fact, let's do some of those right now. Let's take a quick break and let's do some really long ads that are going to make more people want to listen to the podcast.
Crushing it.
Hello, friends. It's me, Bungaree. Chubbins, that is, of Chubbins Chamber Pots and so forth. I know most of you have been laid out like a sack of cornmeal since the summer solstice. Oh, it's a scorcher. Now, if you're in bed anyway, you might as well have a tin chamber pot between your legs. Nice and cool. Why, sure, you can spend your life savings at Penhaligon's Pretty Potties for a fancy one with ice-cold neoprene gel, whatever the heck that is. But you know, my father once said, if you can build a shack out of tin, you can sure shit in a tin. His last words. So, come by the shop and let's get you some cold corrugated sheet metal for your backside.
Fly, you fools! Over to patreon.com/Magic Tavern right now and become a patron of the show. For only $5 a month, you get access to all of our wonderful bonus content and material and ad-free versions of the show.
Look, Arnie, I made a cat flag.
Oh, hey. Oh, that's actually a lot more disturbing than I thought it was
Yes,
going to be.
I don't like that at all.
I'll let it go.
Thank you.
Can I have your cat flag?
No, I'm going to let this one go. This is the cat who said he hates Mondays.
No, I like that cat.
He got fat real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Blemish, could we get some lasagna?
Oh, shit. Did you just see that? That cat just kicked the dog off that table. Holy shit.
Oh, it's eating all the lasagna. Oh.
That cat's an asshole.
Blemish would never get you lasagna zoning in. But
Crazy Jared?
lasagna it is.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
All right, well, we actually need to make sure that he doesn't get too nice. Chunt, it's really warmed my heart that you're starting to evil up. So could you please keep an eye on Crazy Jared?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
And,
And now that I can fly, I can keep even closer eye on him.
Can I tell you how happy I am that you've hooked up with another minion of the Dark Lord, such as Florence?
Oh, I didn't know she was a... Oh, boy.
Oh, no. She evil?
I didn't know that. I mean, I guess she did tell me to do what she told me to do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that mouth on her?
Yeah.
No, she's actually one of the Dark Lord's smiths. She's building a massive war machine.
What's this now?
A war machine?
Well, yes, Florence and her
Isn't that
machine
Cheadle?
will
I mean,
be
cheating?
rolling through this town, out the gate to the next town, to all towns that have not yet been conquered.
Oh, my gosh. The dog days are over.
Oh, were you a dog before?
Yeah, I spent many a day as a dog. I just like to remind myself every once in a while the dog days are over because it's kind of brutal. Well, I'm saying I also ate it. Some dog shit.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I got an idea. Hank, if you're still listening, or Rusty, use Twitter, post a video of yourself explaining why people should listen to Hello from the Magic Tavern, or maybe really quickly explaining the premise of the show, and we'll pick some, maybe we'll play them on the show.
Well, that's a wonderful idea. People explaining to the other people of Earth, spreading the message that if they band together, we can all defeat the Dark Lord. Except for me, because I'm just a tired, weak-old man.
And if the podcast grows in popularity, the Dark Lord will think it'll help him, but really, in some way, it'll help us defeat him. Although, I don't know how exactly.
What will help the Dark Lord is to eat this lasagna.
You made more lasagna.
Fresh out the oven.
And hey, maybe hashtag it with Treesistance or something like that. Because then it'll definitely not help the Dark Lord.
Although we don't know what the Treesistance is.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, I do apologize, everyone. I got distracted. I was thinking about a riddle.
Oh, that's right.
I'm sure it's nothing interesting. But yes, ate dog shit this week? Was that?
That was part of it.
Look, guys, we talk about dog shitting every week on this podcast. We don't talk enough about riddles. Baron, if you've got just a sweet-ass riddle you've been sitting on, share it on the podcast.
Oh, I don't. All right, here's one that has been driving me crazy. A cave beneath the orange beast. 1 door west and 3 doors east. Down and down and down you go until the river starts to glow. Face to face with Swamps McGee shall see the breaking of the 3. Below the water man must grope until he finds sweet Penelope. I mean, that's like, I think, one I heard. I heard, I think, at a party.
I feel like we could collectively maybe solve the riddle, but Baron, why don't you walk us through, like, what parts of it mean anything to you? Like, is there some secret interpretation you might have?
Obviously, the starting part, it's like directions, you know? You're starting at the starting point. So the first thing is you need to find the orange beast and the cave behind it. Blemish, thank you for that lasagna. Oh, that cat ate it all again. It's so fat.
And thank you for this, I guess it's a 12-inch sub sandwich. Is this meatball marinara? Thanks, Crazy Jared.
But yes, so you need to find the orange beast. Shoo. And go from there. I mean,
Orange
that's
beast,
obviously
the sun?
Yeah, I don't know.
Every cave is beneath the sun.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm right.
What could the orange beast be? It's a pretty one.
That cat's kind of big and orange.
Yes, you're right. I totally would have missed that. Thank you, Chunt. The cave beneath the Vermilion Minotaur. I'm going there now.
Oh, wait, hey, Baron, no. What are you hoping to find in the cave beneath the Vermilion Minotaur?
A number of doors.
A number of doors?
Wait, that cat just nudged a box towards me. What? Who's Nirmal?
Chunt.
Yeah.
If we've got some secret box that might have a clue to unraveling this riddle, we should open it up.
Okay,
That's a package that's maybe meant for the Dark Lord.
Okay, let me open it up here. All right. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Whoa, what is it?
It's a piece of parchment. It says, "Look for the liquid swords."
Look for the liquid swords.
Yeah, what's a liquid sword?
I don't know. Is it like a dick?
Yes, it's probably a dick.
I'm just trying to unpack this riddle. I don't know. I'm just word associating
Way to
here.
start.
I just unpacked the riddle. We don't need to unpack
you're
it
right.
anymore. It says, "Look for the liquid swords."
The liquid swords.
Look for the liquid swords.
Here's the thing I think that we're really overlooking. We've been spending all this time just in this tavern without realizing that there might be all of these important secrets here that clearly the Dark Lord is looking for and clearly the Baron is looking for.
Of course, there are all manner of artifacts from travelers past and adventures of yore.
Found it.
Whoa.
I found my dick.
Oh.
Didn't you say to...
I mean, good. Congrats.
Look, I can turn my head upside down. That's
oh,
how I
wow.
eat now.
That's amazing.
For many travelers have traveled along the main road, the traveler's way, and found themselves here. And surely at this way station, some great and powerful artifacts surely were left behind that could change the very course of the history of this land. Aye, and it seems like a humble tavern, surely, but it is at the crossroads of all of the important events that have e'er happened in Foon.
Oh, there's something on the back of this paper. G-Z-A. Great Zonin... No. Get...
G-Z-A.
Get... Sounds... Get...
Is this a Wu-Tang thing?
What's the Wu-Tang?
Oh, I don't want to talk about Earth stuff. Guys, I don't think we're going to solve all of this stuff right now, but I do think that maybe if the Dark Lord wants something, we should not let him have it, except for him wanting us to keep doing this podcast, which we will keep doing. But maybe we should try to find the secrets of the Vermilion Minotaur ourselves.
I wonder if there's like a bunch of different hidden chambers, like 36 hidden chambers.
The quest I had sought to go on was right here beneath me the entire time. Yea, I shall tear apart this tavern and find every secret nook and cranny. Every bauble and bit that may have the slightest bit of power. And I shall start here. Here with this rock. There's a rock sitting right by my chair.
Usidore, it's not always just going to be a rock is the solution.
I'm going to meditate for at least 1 week and see how magical this rock is. Give me 1 week, rock, and I shall unlock your secret power.
Look, I just think we need to have a little more access to the tavern. And Chunt, you're in good with the guards.
Yeah.
So maybe, we can game that system so that we have a little more free space to move around the tavern.
Absolutely, consider it done.
And maybe we can encourage the Baron to go back into McShingleshane Forest looking for lady parts. And I think that just means we've got one really major hurdle. One person that's constantly watching us and reporting back to the Dark Lord.
Zoninen, your voice was very loud. Do you need another potion from the Baron?
No, Blemish, I don't.
Just checking. It was getting raucous over here.
I'm sorry, did I call you Blemish? I meant to say Crazy Jared.
Crazy Jared, you're great.
Am I?
Crazy Jared, would you mind going and getting some meads? Would you mind getting 4 meads? 1 for me, 1 for Usidore, 1 for Chunt, and 1 for Crazy Jared?
Of course. Perhaps it's Crazy Jared's time to be heard at the table.
Just say my time.
Yeah, the Crazy Jared thing is fine, but don't third person it.
It's Crazy Jared's time? Don't you think? I think it's Crazy Jared's time. Finally, to be heard, I shall return.
Guys, we gotta get rid of Crazy Jared.
I'm way ahead of you.
Guys, my head is spinning. I feel like there's just a lot of new stuff to process.
Yeah, I can't believe we have to go kill Baron Ragoon's woman who yelled at him about the Dark Lord that got him into it. I feel like that's
What?
such an insane...
No. I'm sorry. We're not talking about that Crazy Jared. We're talking about Crazy Jared.
Oh, well, let's keep that straight, huh? There's a lot of Crazy Jareds running around.
I mean, from my experience, almost everyone named Jared ends up being on, pretty okay.
Thank you for returning with our meads.
It could only be Jared.
Well, time to enable editing on that old show Bible. Usidore the Wizard was played by Matt Young. Not played like an instrument, but more played like taking that instrument and beating something until it's not fun anymore. Chunt the Flamingo was played by Adal Rifai. So many new character choices to not make. Baron Ragoon was played by special guest Chris Rathjen. Check out Chris's other great podcast, Improvised Star Trek. And you know how sometimes the wind will blow through a plastic bag just right to produce a reedy buzzing sound? Well, my apologies, that must have been happening in the recording studio. Oh, my mistake. That was Martin Wilson performing Crazy Jared. Martin performs with the Improvised Shakespeare Company like once a month. And our main guest was Martin the headliner? Normally he's filler. Well, I guess even a garnish is a meal if there's nothing else on the plate. Craig?
Hello from the Magic Tavern was produced by Arnie Niekamp, Evan Jacover, and Ryan DiGiorgi. This one edited by Garrett Schultz. Music by Andy Poland. Logo by Allard Laban. Additional audio effects by Jason Knox. Production assistance by Garrett Schultz. Special thanks to Tom Gottleib, who played Bungaree Chubbins, and who will also be returning as the voice of Cookie Masterson in Fibbage 3 in the Jackbox Party Pack 4 this fall. Oh, synergy. Speaking of special guests, having Prince Tomlin on the show last week has me wondering what his sister, Princess Trachea-Aurelia Belaroth, is up to. And I wonder if she's still trying to produce that play as a trap for her brother. And I further wonder if she's still hanging out with that eunuch and Metanoid the weird shit monster. And I wonder still if I could pick up their frequency on the resonance stones again. Oh, well, never mind. Oh, wait, let me just try to do that.
Frog liver was that? Don't you ever pull that bull hockey on me again in rehearsal.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry.
I am covered in effluvia right now.
Well, I'm sorry. It's just, I'm not solid, so you get me wet and I'm gonna streak.
I can barely contain myself. I've slaughtered 4 native peoples outside to try and get a handle on the anger I am feeling from what you would call this process.
Oh,
this process?
Yes, it is a process. And thank you for spending your time directing murdering people, by the way. I am adrift right now.
For a man with no genitals, Benedict, you've certainly grown a pair throughout these rehearsals.
Oh, throw those non-existent testes in my face.
I would
if I
could.
Stuff. I'm really learning and growing. I appreciate appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, Metanoid, that you leave here every day without searing hot lava poured over your face is a mystery.
And not to be a jerk, but...
Do it!
You haven't contributed to the 15 ducats to rehearsal space yet, and I'm just covering a lot of expenses right now.
Okay. Well, I'm waiting for Smanghagner to come out of his daze, enough that I could maybe ask for an advance on my allowance.
Well, I find it ironic that the gentleman who never comes with correct change in ducats for rehearsals can chastise someone else for it. Who always comes with a crisp 20 ducat, looking for someone else who perhaps has a few single ducats to help break it?
First of all, I'm a eunuch, so I never come. But I can experience pleasure in different ways, and this is not the place to get into it.
Perhaps we should move on to some blocking.
Does anyone need water before we move on?
Oh, bless you, Hongor.
Well, here you go.
Hongor, you know I like my water heated to at least 107 degrees.
That's dangerous.
I know.
Thanks, Hongor. No water for me.
Okay, bye.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm being pulled at both ends right now.
I get it. Maybe you'd like a little foot massage?
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Your vapors are from heaven.
Yeah, I'm just going to get in there.
You're just going to right in front of me.
Let me roll
right
my
in front
elbow.
of me, you're going to do this.
Oh, this pressure.
You're just going to let those vapors envelop your rancid feet right in front of me.
What am I supposed to do? I haven't had a day off in weeks. You know what? My Monday is your Saturday, so I am going to have a good time tonight.
Oh, you haven't had a day off? Then what did I catch you doing in front of your mirror yesterday, accepting your tosser?
Yes.
Into your own hairbrush?
Oh, that's tight.
You know what? I'm sorry if I have a dream. I'm sorry if I have worked my bum off, learning lines, getting props, painting scenery. I am sorry if I have written a character bio that would make you weep.
Well, I am sorry that you did not feel the need to include me, your sovereign, amongst your thank yous.
Titania's acrobats need the space in 10 minutes.
Oh, those goddamn acrobats.
Oh, man.
They're so limber and she loves to bend them to her will.
Yeah. I love seeing a body sling around.
Yeah, that was weird. Oh, one last thing. The boss is getting into this sort of viral marketing thing, and he really wants me to tell you guys to post videos of yourself explaining the show on Twitter and hashtagging it with, Treesistance. Or if you can't spell that, hashtag Magic Tavern is fine. That way we can start a ground campaign, It's like regular marketing, but we don't pay anything. If you do a good video, we'll play some of them on the show. And hey, link your post to the Apple Podcast page so people can find the show. It'll help us out. All right, enough of that. Visit us at hellofromthemagictavern.com or on Facebook or Twitter. Thanks to the Chicago Podcast Co-op, and thanks to Earwolf.
Hey, thank you for listening to Hello from the Magic Tavern. A great way to support the podcast is to join our Patreon. You'll get ad-free versions of our entire back catalog, including all the Magic Tavern spin-offs like Offices and Bosses, I Am Spin Tax, Shadow Sit. There are a lot of them. There are 2 new exclusive bonus episodes every month, Discord, all kinds of stuff. To get more information, go to patreon.com/Magic Tavern. That's patreon.com/Magic Tavern.